and a prayer of approach. We thank you, Lord,
for the extra hour of sleep, O Lord, and for the new day that is now ours. May we use it wisely for rest and relaxation, building up our strength to face the challenges of the coming week. Guide us, we ask, that all our decisions and actions be acceptable in your sight. Gracious God. Amen.
This morning I showed you my new car. When we were in Compton, Ontario, there was a lady in the congregation who had a salt and pepper collection. She had 2,000 salt and peppers. But like most of us, she grew old and she decided to sell the little house she lived in and go and live with her daughter. And so all those salt and pepper shakers were up for sale. Well, I didn't buy them. A friend of mine, Bill Hare, who was in ministry, he was also in the Olympic pistol shooting contest, and pretty good at it. Decided he wanted to buy them, so he bought the lot. But he knew I was interested in cars and trains and things, and so he gave me this one. And I've seen this one at antique shows at $25. And no windshield, which is going to be kind of nasty unless you're wearing goggles, you know. Anyway, salt and pepper. Salt, of course, we know, if we turn to the scriptures, was used for sacrifices, and was used for preserving meat because of the hot temperatures in Israel and in that section of the land. And so it was very important that they utilized it. And in the scriptures, we discover in the New Testament when Jesus is saying that unless the salt has its flavor, it's no good, it's useless. And there's a comparison there between the so-called followers of Christ, who were individuals who said, yes, I'm the follower of the man of the way, but did nothing about it, or didn't profess that to the extent that there was any change in their lives. I mean, they could say anything, as a lot of people do. You know as well as I do, if you belong to an organization, you look at the membership roll and you discover there's, maybe 25 members on that committee. But when time comes to do any work, well, I'm busy, I've got to be away this weekend, I can't possibly help you. Try me next time, because you get the same story the next time too. And you discover that your 25 suddenly whittles down to about 6 or 7 who are really committed. Well, this is what commitment is supposed to be about, and this is what Jesus was saying. If you have that flavor, that spice within you, you go out and you do something. And as James says in the Bible, James says, well, he says, you know, you have all the faith in the world. That's great, that's wonderful, but I don't see it in the way you live. I don't see it in your actions, in your relationships with other folk. You may as well be dead in that sense, because they're just mere words. And you know as well as I do how mere words don't tell us anything. And mere words today seem to be taking on new meanings, and these meanings are not good for anybody. Jesus said, let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. Yes or no. Cut and dry, just like that. So we find then that this salt does make a difference. Well, you've been to a restaurant and had a meal, and the meal's been rather bland, because there's no spices in it. There's nothing to give it a zip. And you would say, well, I'm not coming back there again, or else I'll try something else next time I come. Pepper, on the other hand, does add a spice to any kind of a meal. If a tomato sandwich, but you put salt and pepper on the tomato, and that gives it an extra zip than just having a straight tomato, or as they say over here, tomato. Because we don't say potato. Hey?
I was going to correct you.
You're going to correct me. Okay, I don't care how big you are, still tomato. Because you don't say potato, do you? potato. Anyway, but you know as well as I do that if you're going to have any kind of a meal, you need the salt and pepper. They add that little extra to it that makes it so much tastier. I don't know about you, but I like little green onions, the little green guys, and a little bit of salt on the plate when you're having a sandwich, and gives it a zip, and it's good. So Jesus was not far off when he says, all right, you claim to be a follower. Let me see by the way you work. James, and this particular book of James almost didn't make it into the Bible when the Council of Nicene was trying to compose the scriptures, all 66 books. This was one of the books that might not have gone in, because he was obviously calling a spade and saying, hey, you have faith, let me see it. Because by your works, your faith is shown. By the way you act, by the way you behave in your relationship with one another, shows the Spirit of God living within your heart. If it doesn't, then you need to do an investigation and check yourself out a little bit. So let our yes be yes, and our no be no. And we are challenged by our Lord, especially today, with the way the poor old world seems to be going, to stand up for that which we believe to be right and not say, oh, that's too bad. Because if we don't, we're good at it. We're like a saltless meal. Now, I feel very sorry for those who are on a diet that says no salt at all, because that does make a difference to their diet. When I was in England, we had chips, potato chips, like we got over here. Only there was a difference. Anybody familiar with Smith's Crisps? Smith's Crisps was our chip. Oh, you should.
I know, I put my hand up. I didn't put my hand up. No, I know, I was looking. Yeah.
But the difference between Smith's Crisps and potato chips today is what? Any idea?
You had a little bag. A little bag of salt.
A little bag of salt. So you salted your own for as much or as little as you desired. Whereas here, I've noticed with Miss Vicky's, which I kind of like, sometimes they put more salt in it than they do the next bag. There's no consistency. Well, there's some consistency, I suppose, but not as much as I would like. Because there are times when I wished I had Smith's Crisps and a little bag of salt, as Anne has said, because that's exactly, and you had personalized bag of Smith's Crisps. It was good. And that little bit of salt made all the difference to just like fish and chips.
Yep.
Same thing with fish and chips. Oh, can go on in the morning. I better get home.